The professional portion of the Caged Aggression 18 Next Level card continues with Joe Richardson now heading to the octagon. 5'8", 145 pounds, fighting out of Pontiac, Illinois, and Four Corners Fitness and Training Center. He enters the octagon tonight with 1 win and 1 loss.
And 1 black eye too, JD.
Oh, yeah.
This guy's obviously been getting after it in training camp. He comes out here with sporting a black eye.
Yeah, if you come out with war wounds, I'm guessing that you've been going pretty hard in your camp. So I know I had a chance to speak with him before the fights, and he said that this was his first fight at 145 since 2010. Do you think that's going to make a big difference for him tonight?
I don't think so. He looks right at home at 145 pounds. Last time we seen him here, he fought an opponent that came in well over the weight limit that they agreed upon, and he still performed well. He lost that fight, but he did give up a bunch of weight to a bigger, stronger guy, and I think right here at 145 pounds, he's gonna work out well.
Now heading to the Caged Aggression octagon is Justin Wetzell, 5'9", 145 pounds, fighting out of Sterling, Illinois, and TSG Combat Sports and Asylum MMA. He enters the octagon tonight with 1 win and 0 losses as a professional.
I tell you what, fighting out of Asylum MMA and coming out with that song, I tell you what, that was a little bit creepy, JD. The breathing at the beginning. This kid's sweatshirt has a weird, creepy smiley face on there. He's out there. He's coming in to do some work tonight.
And I mean, I had a chance to talk with him before the fight as well, and he mentioned that he's a little bit banged up. I believe it's a knee issue that he was having. Almost had to back out of the fight, but just to show you what type of competitor this guy is, he's going to come out here and give it a shot anyway. So I'm ready to see what he's able to do. I know he's no stranger to cage aggression. Each time he's been in there, he's had an impressive performance, so I'm expecting the same here tonight, whether he's injured or not.
Yeah, normal fighters never walk into a fight 100%, so the fact that he thought about maybe not competing lets you know the severity of that injury that he does have, but hopefully he can keep it under control and give us a good performance.
Yeah, I always wonder if that sort of information ends up getting back to his opponent, because if that's the case, if I'm Joe Richardson, I'm aiming right for his legs every time.
Yeah, I'm throwing leg kicks like ham hocks.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the Caged Aggression Professional Featherweight Division, powered by Auto Body by Jake. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall and weighed in at 144 1/2 pounds. He trains at Four Corners Fitness and Training Center and is sponsored by KGL Incorporated, Hardy Auction Company, Here's What's Happening on Lad, Pontiac Auto Body, M&S Dairy, Divine Styles, Inked Evolution, Frank and Kathy Arbogast, Tremblay Family, and Mary Leach. Joining us from Pontiac, Illinois, Joe Richardson. And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall and weighed in at 145 pounds. He trains at TSG Combat Sports and Asylum MMA. Joining us from Sterling, Illinois, Justin Wetzell.
Eric Carr is your referee for tonight's action. We're going to have 3 5-minute rounds with Richardson in the red corner and Wetzell in the blue corner. Jeremy, Jordan, and Matt here on commentary. Let's watch some fights.
Well, some good jabs, trying to find the range.
Oh, good overhand left by Wetzell. I was thinking to myself that Richardson's doing a good job of moving away from Wetzell's power, but he still ended up getting caught with that left hand.
There's Richardson going for that low leg kick.
Big flurry of combination from Wetzell. A little elbow he snuck in there. And a takedown.
Wetzell's one of those guys that's sort of unassuming, and you don't really think that he has the power or the explosion that he has, but he proves it to everybody right there.
Yeah, he showed some great speed there. Been relentless with the takedown.
Richardson doing a good job of getting back to his feet. Tries to throw Wetzell there. Ends up with his back taken. Don't give Wetzell any sort of room here. He's got a good submission game.
Yeah, really good.
They're right here in front of us, and you heard that shot land. He needs to get under the armpits of Richardson and try to flatten him out, but Richardson's doing a good job of isolating Wetzell's left arm, and he's going to look to try to come out the back door here. He's going to have to clear his legs. Wetzell gets his arm free, and now he's going to go back to some damage.
He's going to try and soften him up.
Yep,
look
good
for the
elbow.
choke. Being patient, being creative, looking for openings.
He's creating them by the little small strikes. I know they don't look like a whole lot to you guys out there, but when you're getting punched in your face, it all does its damage.
Some tough elbows right there to get sort of soften up Richardson.
And there goes Wetzell. He's switching to palm on palm.
Looked like Carr almost stopped that for a couple strikes to the back of the head there. But
I don't think he was targeting the back of the head. I think it just in the exchange of things, maybe he caught it, but it looked like he was going straight for the ears with that elbow.
Richardson's tough, man. He's doing a good job hanging in there.
Yeah, he's gritty. But that looks to be deep and tight.
Sort of cranking the neck.
Yeah, it's possible neck crank here.
Not a thing where you have to be afraid of, passing out, but just a pain tolerance.
How
sort of
much
thing.
are you willing to let yourself go through? Notice Wetzell's covering the mouth of Richardson. He's disrupting the breathing. He's making it hard, making him work harder than he needs to.
Yeah, that body triangle on top of covering the mouth is he's in a real uncomfortable position.
Some of the little things like that you don't see as often as you should.
Or that you don't understand.
Yep.
You think, oh, this guy's just got his legs wrapped around him, but he's making the diaphragm smaller. He's squeezing. It's interrupting breathing patterns, and when you can't get your breath under control, you start to hyperventilate, and it actually takes more out of you. A great job by Joe Richardson fighting out of that back. But he might be back into trouble with a double leg here by Wetzell. Good relentless attack by Justin Wetzell.
Wetzell just keeping the pressure on. It's so frustrating as a fighter when someone else is just willing to keep going and going and going at this pace.
Yeah.
Constantly working.
And you can't shake little things like that. It all adds up.
That's the end of a very hard-fought first round.
Yeah, first round under wraps. Obviously going to Justin Wetzell, secures the takedowns, relentless top pressure. But Joe Richardson still hanging in there.
How should Richardson sort of change things up as we go into this second round?
Get his hands going a little bit more, feint some rear hand uppercuts. A lot of time when guys lower their level and they shoot their arms out, there's no protection for the face. The uppercut is going to land and it's going to lift them up. It's going to change their level from in onto your hips to more of a striking stand-up range. And then that's when you're able to finish your combination or at least land a strike or two more. But with no threat of stuffing the takedown, he's in for a long night.
Yeah, Wetzell doesn't seem to be showing any sort of ill effects from, being hurt.
And that could be part of the reason that he's wrestling Richardson right now. The knee might be a factor that's bothering him, and it's easier to alleviate that pressure or something by being on top rather than bouncing around on your feet. But he's doing a good job, whatever it be he's attempting here. Good body shot by Joe Richardson on his way in. Wetzell, I seen him, he feinted with the elbow, so he's looking to land a short elbow strike as Richardson looks to counter his jab. Good check by Joe Richardson. That was hard on the, caught him with a good lead hook.
Nice knee to the body there by Richardson.
Richardson's going to have to let those hands go or at least counter.
Yeah, he's got to get something in Wetzell's face. Wetzell's looping with those hooks. If Richardson could throw a couple straight punches, it might deter him a little bit from coming in hard.
Doing a good job working those knees this round.
Looks to go up top with that one.
Tried to MTV him.
Yeah, he's got good wrist control. Hammer fist to the knee. Good exchange on the break by Richardson.
Good. Good kick. Richardson's kind of moving out, circling out a little bit, but he's not returning any punches.
Joe looking to lock up a choke here. He's got a 10-finger power guillotine here, and
That looks tight. He might go to sleep.
Into a north-south here.
Oh, he's good. Give him a thumbs up. Wow.
He's good. He needs to push up on the head of Joe Richardson to try to create a little bit of room, some space so he can breathe. But he's...
Wetzell really isn't doing too much right now.
That's getting tight. Look at his face.
And there he goes. He rolls right back into the power guillotine, though.
Beautiful. Nice takedown.
Wow.
That's a lot of heart, a lot of grit to get out of that choke.
Yeah, because he was in bad shape. But a lot of props to Joe Richardson for being in a bad way and looking for that submission of his own. But a gritty Justin Wetzell finds a way to end up back in top.
There you see the elbows from on top. Oh, nice. There we go.
See, those little elbows causes a position change in the head that might alleviate some pressure that it gives you the ability to stand up there. And it's those small things that define the difference between a veteran and a new guy. You know, some of those new guys, they don't know those things. They just work so hard for standing up that they don't do anything besides try to stand up. You know?
Both guys continuing to jockey for position. It looks like Wetzell is going for a single leg takedown, but
Yeah, if Richardson would look to hit a switch or something, he'd have a little more success defending these takedowns from Wetzell, but he keeps hanging over the back of Wetzell, and
Working another choke.
he's loading himself up to get put on his back. attacking that neck of Justin Wetzell is Joe Richardson, proving that he's dangerous even in a spot where he may look like he's losing.
I don't know his wrestling background, but it looked like he had a couple opportunities there to hit that switch that you just mentioned. Either didn't see it or didn't feel like he had it. Oh, look at that flurry.
Nice flurry on the break there by Richardson.
You got us a fight.
Big elbows. Huge shots there by Richardson. Oh, big knee to the head. Oh. Man, Wetzell might have been saved by the bell a little bit right there.
Big finish to round number 2 for Joe Richardson, who spent a lot of time underneath Justin Wetzell. He gets up and he does a flurry of damage there at the end of the round that looked like he could have stopped the fight.
That was the longest walk he's ever had to his corner.
Yeah, real wobbly, really out of it heading back to that corner. So you got a few seconds right now. How are you able to recover in between this round if you're Wetzell? Or can you?
It's all upstairs, man. If he believes he has what it takes to make it through this round, then he most definitely will. But if he's doubting himself at all, I mean, that's the worst a fighter can do, is ever start to doubt your own abilities. And as long as Wetzell feels confident, I think he can still win this fight.
In wrestling, I had a coach that always told us in the first round, the best wrestler is going to win the first round. The guy with the best cardio is going to win the second. Whoever's got the most heart is going to win the match.
Absolutely.
The third round, a lot of times it just comes down to who wants it, who's got the heart, the grit.
Joe Richardson's pumping up the crowd, man. He's getting everybody on their feet. He wants to put on a good performance here this last third and final round. And he opens up with a sweet inside leg kick.
Oh, goes upstairs.
Yeah, Wetzell still looks a little wobbly.
I think he might be a little tired. That injury you had mentioned, JD, might have had an effect on his cardio. But here he is, short elbow.
Good defense.
Good straight to the body.
Jordan, what do you think about guys when they do the old kind of combing the hair thing to protect themselves with these small gloves?
I think it's dangerous.
I agree.
I wouldn't say but overhand shots are designed to get through that defense. It's meant to land the back of the ear, the back of the jaw sort of area, and when you answer the phone, so to speak, you're not really covering that part that the fighter is targeting when punching.
You think sometimes MMA fighters get used to sparring with the big 16-ounce gloves and then forget that, hey, now we're fighting with 4-ounce gloves?
Yeah, that's why I do not recommend sparring really much with big gloves. We're not boxers. For one, I don't like the onslaught of punches that you're willing to take because you feel that because the gloves are bigger. I think it makes it more dangerous for you when you put the small gloves on, because it gives you a sense of invincibility that you can take these punches that are not realistic.
So fighters out there, take note. Jordan says MMA gloves. Use the sparring gloves, okay? Not the MMA competition gloves.
Stick to small gloves and keep it light. There's a time to turn it up, and there's a time to be a good training partner, and this is where you turn it up, is when you're these guys and you got something to prove.
I also feel like you get your best cardio work when you're doing your sparring too.
You throw more. Yeah, absolutely. The volume is way higher. You're doing more work, and everything's a little bit crisper too, because you are always wary about those 4 ounces.
Looks like Richardson has really been gaining control of this fight.
He's all over him in the third round. He's definitely got the upper hand here. He's ripping to the body.
Oh, there it is. I was just ready to say, if he'd go body, head, I think it's open.
Good short left elbow. He goes for another one, just misses.
The halfway point.
Notice how he's using his head underneath Wetzell's chin to keep his posture straight up and down. That's allowing those over-the-top shots to land to the head area.
Another elbow,
and another elbow again.
Yeah, he's using great head position.
He's ripping the body, then he's going back upstairs.
Big left hand. Huge right hand right there by Richardson. Looking to go for a huge finish right now. Another knee to the head.
We got people on
Wetzel's-
their feet behind us. These guys
Huge
are going
shots here by
crazy.
Wetzel's got to fire something from left field. Hope to land something. At least let him know he's still in the fight. Oh, he's just eating.
Man,
these.
taking a ton of punishment right now is Wetzell.
I was going to say, how much more damage does Carr let Wetzell take? Because he's not returning anything. He's just absorbing it all.
Wetzel's got to return something or shoot for a takedown.
Get on the bike, man, and get out of there.
Is he looking for a clock?
I don't know.
He's looking at something.
If Richardson has any sort of spinning elbow right here, that would be great to see. Wetzel's so gassed that he would not be able to react in time to catch that. Shoot low with that left and then come over the top with that spinning back right elbow.
Going for a choke.
Have to wonder, maybe Wetzell was trying to ride out that storm and hope that Richardson sort of gassed out. Going for that
60
knockout.
seconds.
He's definitely surviving here.
Richardson just keeps
Huge
coming.
knees there by Richardson.
I'd like to know how many strikes this kid's thrown this round.
I would like
Oh,
to,
my.
I would like to know if they're going to call this a 10-8 round, because right now Joe Richardson is putting a clinic on Justin Wetzell. He's having his way. He just took him down like a child after beating him, for 2.5, 3 minutes.
Wetzell has taken a huge amount of damage during this fight, and especially in this third round.
What a turn of the tides. I mean, that first round, it just looked like Richardson wasn't going to have any answer.
No, and then towards the end of that second round, Richardson started to come out of it. Looked like,
watch
good
back.
knee to the body. That was to the spine. He's got to be careful with those.
All right, so here's the question. We know who won round one.
Yeah,
who
who
do
they-
you have it to?
who they-
And is this a 10-8 round?
Yeah.
What a fight. What a comeback.
Yeah, I'm one of those guys who isn't a real big fan of 10-8 rounds, but that may have been one.
Well, I'm a fan of it if it's warranted.
But and that's the thing is so many times we see fights.
I think a lot of
Everybody wants to give something a 10-8 round, and that is not the case most of the time.
I think it's opposite. Generally, 10-8 rounds don't get scored as 10-8 rounds because they just want that definitive winner. They want the guy that, okay, he won this round. They don't want to put in the extra time. But for that third round, that was a lopsided, completely one-sided matchup, and that was Joe Richardson all over Justin Wetzell, and I think I would give him a 10-8 round. I would call this fight a draw. As much as Richardson did at the end of the second round, I don't think it was enough to win him the round. So,
I think Wetzel's going to need a few days to recover, man.
yeah, I give it,
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the judges' scorecard for this decision. Our judges scored this contest 29, 28, 29, 28, and 29, 27, declaring your winner by unanimous decision, Joe Richardson.
There you have it, Joe Richardson, your winner here tonight of Aggression XVIII.
a much-earned victory for Joe Richardson in that one over a tough Justin Wetzell.
Why don't you join me here in the center of the cage, Joe? All right, RiverCenter, I'm here with your winner, Joe Richardson. Joe, great show tonight. Very tough opponent there in Justin Wetzell. You landed some big shots, hurt him a couple times, just didn't really get a chance to put him away. What was going through your mind there as you were settling in for the long haul?
Grind. I love the long fights. I don't know why. Conditioning, I love it for the fans. If I can get them up on their feet. I'm not quite where I want to be, but it's a starting point. Still early in my career, but
Now, you guys shared some words there in the center of the cage. Can you let us know what you told Justin before he walked out of the cage?
yeah, brought 100%. He brought 100%. You know, I faced guys that weren't on the same level, meaning like they came in a lot bigger or I got short notice. I told him just put 100%, keep going strong, don't give up, and keep a good fight, you know.
I'm sure you're looking forward to getting back to the locker room and catching your breath after that war. Is there anything that you want to add to anything we've said tonight before I let you get back to it, Joe?
I will put the whole entire 145 division on point. If I had 100% training camp, you would have seen a one-round fight, period. So for anybody in the 145 division, my name is Joe Richardson from a small town of Pontiac, Illinois, and here I am.
Well, it sounds like the 145-pound division has been put on notice, courtesy of Joe Richardson. Joe, I know we're looking forward to seeing you in the cage here again real soon. One more time for your winner, Joe Richardson, ladies and gentlemen.